I'm currently doing an internship as a software engineer. I started almost 10 months ago, and before I got started, there were a lot of things that I wish I would have known before jumping into this career. If you're feeling lost or unsure about which skills or mindset really matters to succeed as a programmer, or maybe you are overwhelmed by the workplace dynamics, working alongside with colleagues who might be 10 times smarter than you, leaving you feeling like you don't really belong there, don't worry. I've been there. These are all thoughts and doubts that I had before starting my internship. For those who don't know me, hi, my name is Jesse. I am a software developer doing an internship in a German media company. I was born and raised in Italy, and I moved 4 years ago to Germany to pursue a career in IT. Okay, in my experience, if you're starting from zero with programming and you feel a little bit lost, don't worry, I've been there. My advice is to kick off with a shorter, beginner-friendly programming course to get your feet wet. For newbies, I think diving into front-end development is the way to go. It's all about building what a user can see and interact with. Things like buttons, layout, and visuals on a website. It's super satisfying because you can see your progress right away, and that instant feedback keeps you hooked. Here's the game plan for languages to learn in this exact order. HTML is the skeleton of any web page. CSS, this brings style, colors, layouts, making things look slick. JavaScript is the actual magic. Think about animations or buttons that actually work. And down the road, you should also be able to level up your skills by learning React, which is a framework that is used by some of the biggest companies in tech. The key to learning software development is practice, 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 and more practice. Follow the tutorials, but don't just copy them. Add your own spin and make it fun. I swear that is the best way to learn. Try to be consistent for multiple times a week, and trust me, things will start clicking. Once you're feeling good about front-end development and you are enjoying the problem solving and the creative process, I think is the best time to dive into back-end development. Pick one solid programming language and its ecosystem to focus on. JavaScript and Node.js are awesome because you already know JS from the front end. Python with Flask and Django, super beginner friendly and easy to read. And also PHP, which still powers a lot of websites on the internet. On top of that, you will need to learn about databases, get comfy with SQL and NoSQL with programs such as MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB. Also, you will need to learn about APIs. This is how servers chat with each other to make applications work. Now, some real talk. Programming isn't for everyone, and it's okay. If you get through the front-end stuff and you feel bored or unmotivated or just nah, it's time to build a personal project that actually matters to you. Think about a simple application for tracking, for example, your workouts or tracking whatever you do during the day. I think that approach can reignite your spark. But if it's still not clicking, it might be worth considering another career path, because there are a lot of developers who live and breathe this stuff. So competing with that type of passion is going to be tough. Another key aspect to consider, and also something that a lot of people underestimate, is the importance of being likable as a software engineer. For example, in my review meeting after being at the company for almost 3 months or more than 3 months, one of my managers told me that they were happy with my rate of learning, and they also gave me the chance to work at the company because they thought that I was probably going to be a good fit with the team. Yes, so once you get in or you get hired, you need to learn your team's communication style. Notice how your team shares updates, whether it's on Teams or email or in person, and just mimic that. At my company, for example, we have daily, weekly, we have feedbacks, we have retro, we have refinement meetings. And this is the opportunity for you to basically showcase and talk about your achievements, but also mention the people who helped you throughout this process. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If your colleagues have some level of common sense, they will understand that you are engaged on the topic, but you are just struggling to find answers. But at the same time, don't be a burden to them and their time by asking dumb questions. If you're struggling with something and you're trying to ask something, try to frame it in this way. I tried X and Y, but I am stuck at Z. Do you have any tips? This has worked the best for me, and I actually think that is the best approach because it shows that you are proactive and not just lazy. Finding colleagues that understand your vibe as a person can be difficult sometimes, but try to build relationships early. I consider myself as a person who has understanding and a passion for multiple things, and that's how I can easily bond with new people. Me and one colleague of mine always talk about anime. We talk about the stories, the soundtracks, the sound design, the characters, and much more. And this relationship makes it easier for me to approach him whenever I have a problem that I cannot solve. I often make mistakes at work. I haven't made any major mistakes, but small mistakes. And when these happen, I just admit it, fix it, and just learn from it. Not owning your mistake will highlight your inability to be honest and fair. And this eventually will lead to the whole team hating you. 100%. Starting an internship as a newbie, it's always a big challenge. I know how it feels. It's like you have to be hyper aware about everything you do. The constant feeling that you could break something important or misunderstand a task or cause system errors. This feeling can be paralyzing sometimes. On top of that, you kind of have this fear feeling that senior developers or your boss could think that you're not cut for the job, especially in the early days when you're still trying to prove your worth. There are a couple of things that I started doing to handle my feelings and these situations better, but also being able to handle every type of challenge that gets thrown at me. First, it's all about documentation. I keep a simple Word doc with notes on fixes that I have done each week or month, and this helps me recall old and new workflows faster. Second, I always test my code multiple times to make sure that the code that I'm pushing is not buggy before sending it to a code review where it's going to be analyzed and judged by other developers. That is one thing that I used to do in the beginning, and it always led to mistakes. If I didn't understand a task, I will still try to figure it out on my own instead of asking for clarity. And that was wrong. Once a task has been given to you, make sure you understand it. If you don't, seek clarity from your manager or your other colleagues. Trust me, save yourself the time and the effort. Another key aspect to consider is the skills and the mindset to be able to progress in this sector. Before I started my internship, I learned JavaScript, so I had the fundamental understanding of that language. But as soon as I started the actual job, my actual internship, I got presented with a language that I never heard before. Perl. Copilot helped me a lot, especially in the beginning when I was trying to understand the language and what it was doing. Through this process, I learned a valuable skill, which is to break down problems regardless of the language. When I got stuck on a bug, I started writing and analyzing what the code should do, and then worked backwards. It's like solving a puzzle, and it's a skill you can use everywhere. I also think that one of the most underrated skills is clear communication. I have seen throughout my team that being a great engineer is not only about trying to write the most elegant code ever. It's also about explaining your ideas clearly. So since my German is not the best, before starting a daily meeting, I always write down what I'm actually doing and how far I have come in my task. And if there are further questions, I will try to explain it with my own words. But I always want to make sure that what I'm doing or implementing is clear so everyone can clearly follow my progress. Now, you might be wondering, how do I get rid of this fear of not knowing enough or being exposed as a fraud or not being able to handle real world programming problems? The first thing I would say is just chill. Chill, because nobody expects you to know everything right away. Internships are for learning. And even if it's your first job, after university, you still have 3 to 6 months to prove yourself. So at the start, just ask a lot of questions and write everything down so that you don't have to constantly bother your colleagues on the same topics. Once you get the job or the internship, act like you belong there, even if you're nervous. Yeah, I faked being chill if I needed to. That's what I did in my first week. And by the second week, I actually felt like I was part of the team, speaking with everyone and trying to be friendly with everyone. Now, you got some tips to survive as a software engineer intern. But if you really want to know what it actually looks like, I recommend you to watch this video. I will give you a glimpse into a day in the life of a software engineer intern in Germany. Click here to watch it now. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you found this useful.